Okay guys, welcome to JDM Masters Pure Drives, and we are in Masaki BNR34 Instagram account. Very wonderful R34 GTR. And where are we, Masaki, today?
We're at Hakone Turnpike.
Yeah, it's a bright, nice day, good for a drive. And what we're going to show you is the whole drive down and up. And what stage is this and what battle is this in Initial D?
So you might notice from Shinigami battle with Ryosuke, and also Ikeda coming later. Well, so as you guys know, Shinigami was a ex super racer, like a Ryosuke's rival.
Yeah, that's right.
And then he wanted to battle Ryosuke for a girl, which is for car guys, it's natural, especially when it's with girls.
I want to say something. That part just came in suddenly in the whole series.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It was a bit cringy for me. I don't know.
Yeah, for me too. When I saw the whole anime with the whole references with, I forgot the girl's name, but Kaori. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's so cringy. It's like, oh, Kaori, Kaori,
and at the last part, she could smell the perfume and all that.
Yeah,
it's so funny because it was not in line with the rest of how the realism of the show.
that part to me, the whole fifth stage is not that realistic with the whole Takumi's, the cards, the wing and stuff. I'm not really that much a fan of the fifth installment, but anyway, so we're on the turnpike.
We're here to review the road?
Yeah. We're not here to review the Initial D thing, but yeah.
So what is the special points of this road? So it's actually a private road, I think.
Yes, exactly. So this is a privately owned road, and it's really, people think when you hear about toge, it's all about narrow roads with twisty bends. Yeah. But in Turnpike, it's a little bit different. It's almost like a, little bit wider than the whole Nanamagari or other parts, toge in Hakone. But also it's more straight. It's not more twisty bends. It's more about high-speed corners.
You can get to quite scary high speeds on this downhill, which is reflected in the anime where they have this high-speed battle. Yes. So another thing about this road is that it's a private road. You have to pay a toll. The toll road you pay from the bottom.
Yes.
If you're coming up.
Yes.
And the original concept of this road is for sightseeing.
Oh, I see.
And in the springtime, it's aligned with sakura trees.
Yes.
Beautiful. It's on the left and right. It's some left.
Yeah.
And so we're coming to the first big curve, and you can see it says here in Japanese. What does it say?
It says for 10 kilos straight, use engine brake more. Right.
Please use engine brake more. So that's very clear. It appears in the anime as well.
Yes.
A very iconic part of this road. So you can't actually come up here at night, right?
Yeah, it's all closed because of people like to drive fast. The company doesn't want this road to become like a street racer mecca. Right. So that's why they all close down on.
So that means the scene in Initial D is unrealistic.
Yes, exactly. You're right.
Because it's not possible for them to come up at night. Oh wow, look at that! And from this point, you can see the Sagami Bay and all the way, the whole Kanagawa, and even up to Tokyo. This beautiful day.
Oh yeah, and the cherry blossoms.
Oh, they've recently repaved this road, much smoother now. What was the other things about it being a tourist road? Oh, he's letting us go. Hazard lights, thank you very much. So you just recently got your brakes done.
Yes.
Endless brakes, it feels so much more confident. This is always one of the weak points of Skyline GTRs.
Yes.
But down like this, you want very good brakes. I'm feeling now that the response is really, really good. I feel very confident, very stable. Since we set up recalibrated your suspension, the balance of the front rear is much better. I feel more confident now. Skyline GTR is such a joy to drive on higher speeds like this. Yes, it's very stable. Thank you for letting us drive the car for the channel.
Oh, no worries.
Woo! This is so exhilarating. Yeah. But you can get up to very dangerous speeds very fast. You have to watch it.
Yeah, that's a lot. I've heard a lot of bad things about driving this road. like sometimes there's a speed camera on some areas that police, you know, tries to capture all those, you know, fast driving cars.
Right.
And also there's a one fatality. Like I know one story about like so there was a professional auto journalist who was driving a Porsche GT3.
Oh yeah.
And he crashed somewhere around here. And then like you can see like that bend right there, that's for, you know, all those cars that when the brakes fade, they have to go through there in order to stop.
Right.
There are some few stations around here, and they also mention about the driving with Ikeda. And then like Ikeda says, "Oh come on, Shinigami, go to that area." And then it's like Ikeda and Shinigami just left that area. I was like, why Shinigami?
That's right, because that is actually designed for like cars or even big trucks to stop them.
Yes.
So now let's talk a little bit about the whole high-speed battle. So you know, we're actually just going down at this. So they were depicted as going much faster, and you can see, maybe you viewers can't see on the camera how steep this road is.
Yes.
So you really want to like brake a little bit early for safety. On roads like this, go maximum 70%. Make sure you can see through the corners. Don't panic brake in the corners. This will upset the car. So do a lot of your braking before you clear the corner. Downshift to the appropriate gear.
Yes.
Actually, this is where that Porsche guy.
Ah, this?
Yeah, here, right here.
Oh, so yeah, a lot of fatalities happen here because all the roads, especially you're going on downhill, people drive really fast. So, and it's, as you can see from like some parts, there's always a, you know, slow cars coming. A lot of cars come here to see the sights. So yeah, we have to be careful, especially on the daytime when you drive here.
Now it's very important in these high-speed corners to balance your throttle. You don't want to be doing any sudden acceleration or braking. Of course, this car is equipped with very high grip sports tires, and the four-wheel drive Tesla, the Skyline GTR really balances out. But it's a heavy car.
Yes.
And even if how good your brakes are, it's always a problem of the driver expecting, how would I say, it's not expecting, but like, you know, overestimating his capabilities and relying everything on the car. But you have to understand your driving sense. It's not even about ability, but just your ability to read the traffic situation. Like you see, for example, bikes are coming up this way.
Yeah.
And a lot of the bikes actually just try and take the middle lane. If you're trying to corner fast, you might collide into them. This is a very dangerous point.
We have to always predict all the corners in here, because some corners are like, you know, not visible from out. Like as you can see, there's a blind corner right here. So you never know what kind of people are gonna come up.
That's right.
So you have to always predict
and anticipate.
Yes.
Oh wow! So I think it's around here in the anime, and you can see it crosses over with the Hakone Shindo.
Yes.
I think it's about here where they start to really collide with each other, right?
Oh yeah.
And what happened in the anime was, in a later section, Shinigami's brakes start to fail.
Yeah.
And what did they do? What did they try to do?
They tried to stop them by using their own cars.
Both Ikeda and Yosuke tried to go in front. Now, do you think that's realistic?
I don't know. If I'm stuntman, I could, you know, do that maybe, but I'm just an average driver, so they have to be super skilled to do that anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the RX-7 FC is a much lighter car than the R32.
Yes.
33 is about the same weight, I would say. So both of them using their brakes, which were already worn out from the race.
Yeah.
Passing through this bridge, also you'll see in the anime. So I think about from here.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's actually not a straight road, right? So it's curves here.
So that's why they had a scene where they like Ikeda says like, oh my god, I cannot, like, if Yosuke's gonna do it, I have to do it. And he tries to go in right around here, and then tries to stop Shinigami from, you know, committing a suicide, basically.
Right. Another unbelievable thing was when he tried to push Yosuke off. So on this road, quite a lot of it is possible. So we're actually coming to the toll gate right now.
Yeah.
And wow, so they come all the way and they stop right at the end of this toll. So we're going to the toll gate.
Yeah. And it hit a cone basically.
Yeah.
Just cone flew over with the width. And it says
so it's 730 yen.
So about like $7.
Yeah.
So like for me, I think it's a little bit expensive.
It is a little bit expensive, hey. Alright, now we're going on the uphill version of the turnpike. We just paid for the toll for the second time.
Yeah.
And the uphill doesn't appear in Initial D, but we're going to talk about another anime, which is actually the follow-up to Initial D.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
MF Ghost.
Ah. So, in the very first episode, in the first chapter, you see an R35 Nismo GTR going uphill.
Yes.
So what's the MF Ghost story about?
So MF Ghost story about is like, it's like a future of Initial D. So where all the street gasoline cars were banned from the streets, and then like when they started to do a street race in highly expensive exotic cars like Lamborghini Huracan, Ferrari 488 GTB, and like 35 Nismo, and all those expensive cars racing through the streets of Odawara.
So the whole MF Ghost arc takes place around Hakone.
Yes.
And the first route actually goes up this turnpike, circles around the lake, and then it comes down back Route 1. So we're showing you guys the uphill of turnpike, and it's very similar. Characteristics of the uphill compared to the downhill. What do you think?
I think it's more or less dangerous than uphill, because as you can see, we can drive it a little bit more slowly, and then when we let off the throttle, car automatically slows down because it's really steep hill.
It's pretty steep, it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can understand how, like in the MF Ghost, they want to use like exotics with a lot of power, which doesn't make sense because Kanata, the main character, uses a
86
stock GT86 with less than 200 horsepower.
Yeah.
How can he beat them with his excellent cornering skills? It's not possible. This road is about power.
Yeah, it's more about power. But Kanata is special kid
because he's trained by Takumi.
Yes.
So anyway,
we spoil that.
At least this is a nice road, and it also appears in the Initial D arcade game.
Ah, yeah, it does.
You can drive this road in Initial D arcade game uphill and downhill.
Yes.
In fact, now I think they've put a little bit of MF Ghost into.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
There's a short version. You can do like a very short loop turn.
Interesting. I haven't played arcade games since like 5 years, so I don't know much about arcade games now.
I think I need to overtake this guy.
Yeah, let's overtake him.
After the crest.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Driving the R34 GTR on this uphill is a joy.
Yes. Like, I come to Turnpike occasionally, but I prefer driving on uphill than downhill, because uphill is I feel more safe to push the car than downhill.
Right. You don't have to be going crazy speed.
Yes.
But,
exactly.
Keeping the throttle even, steering lightly through the corners like this. One thing interesting about the GTR is the top split, and it really just helps it to get the grip on the front. But the rear does feel a bit strange and wobbly because of the four-wheel steering. It's trying to like straighten itself out. So until you get used to it, it actually helps the car corner. A lot of people try to remove the high cast, which I think you should not.
Interesting.
It helps the car to corner.
Yeah, like R34 feels really good on this twisties, like long bends, fast turns, fast slow in, fast out.
Yeah, and also interesting on the uphill, sometimes it goes into 2 lanes, which we'll see in a minute. avoid people.
Yes, exactly.
So often than not, I mean, if you're
Think about others first.
okay, so here it splits into two, and let's see, maybe he goes to the left, and
Yes.
we can go to the right and try to overtake him. Watch your exit speed, keep the throttle constant so you don't lose grip, and as you're coming out, you see the rear just sort of bouncing because it's trying to deal with the undulations. There's a lot of undulations on this road, right?
Yeah, so much. So many undulations. At the end of the day, it's a tollgate. And in here, it sometimes snows. So that's why the roads aren't that perfect, to be honest. But,
Very bouncy, actually, you know?
yeah, but at the same time, there's not too many potholes or anything. So it's, actually, generally speaking, Japanese roads doesn't have a lot of potholes. Especially, like,
Almost a joy to drive.
yeah, it's not that stressful. Yeah, no wonder a lot of foreigners like Japanese roads. They prefer a lot of Japanese roads in their home roads because Japanese roads are, generally speaking, they're a little bit better paved than in like some other.
Because the government also spends a lot of budget to properly
Pave the roads.
pave the roads very often, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So this being a private road, I suppose they do take care of it a little bit. I think not as much as normal other parts of Hakone. I don't know. I wish they would really make it a lot better, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because we pay a lot of money on tolls.
What are they doing with the money?
I know, right? I think they're maintaining the top, the restaurant area, more.
Right. But okay, like here, it's very clearly been redone. So
At least they redo some other parts of the road, at least.
yeah.
But it's kind of like a patchwork, so sometimes you jump on different paved roads, like here. See?
So in MF Ghost, it assumes that like the entire Hakone area is deserted and it just becomes a racetrack.
Yeah.
I think the biggest problem with going on Hakone roads is just the traffic.
Oh yes, exactly. Especially when you come from Tokyo side, you're gonna stuck at the Tomei traffic. You're gonna stuck at the traffic in Hakone too. So it's
How long does it take from Tokyo?
from where I live, in weekends especially, it will take me 2 hours, and also by using toll roads.
So it's quite expensive.
So yeah, it's quite expensive just to go to Hakone. Yeah, one thing kind of sucks about
the lights, the same thing.
yeah about driving in Japan in general is tolls. There's so many toll roads.
Yeah.
There's no freeway. All the roads are only all those highways are toll roads, so you have to pay a lot of toll fees to go to different areas. So it's not cheap, but at the same time,
Sorry, on the left here, this is a good view point. You can see Mount Fuji on a nice day.
yeah.
So much fun.
So how's the car again? How's my car?
Very stable since we fixed and modulated the suspension, but I think it could be a lot better. There's still a lot of bounce coming from the rear, but I think that's partially due to this road being exceptionally bouncy. For a heavy car like the GTR, it does have a lot of torque to help it get around the corners, but I think it could be better. But it still feels stable and safe.
Yeah. So I know that you drove multiple 34 GTRs with your background, but so how does my car compare to other GTRs?
Actually, because you've got the all-in suspension, the rebound is really good. So you feel that it bounces, but the tires never actually lose grip, which is a testament to the all-in suspension. But maybe with some more fine-tuning with the alignment settings, and just damper calibration, again, we can make it better, obviously.
So now we're back at Honest, the lounge, where it's like basically a rest stop for Turnpike.
Yeah, and this is the bridge over here that the two characters, what is that? The younger brother Go Hojo. And he is a mechanic. At a later part, Ryosuke, after he makes peace with Rin Hojo, Shinigami, and they stand up there, and you can see these reference photos here. They talk about the race, and they're on that bridge on top. So we're back at this car park.
Yeah, as you can see, there are a lot of different varieties of cars that come to Turnpike, from like, you know, cheap track toys to sometimes, you know, expensive cars like Ferraris, Porsches, Maseratis, or sometimes even radical.
You really get a lot of enthusiasts coming up here.
Yeah, like a lot of, it's like a mecca for toge cars.
Wow, absolutely nice.
Like,
And
yeah,
I'm not sure we can see here. The camera can show the view of the sea out there. And let's just we'll end it here. And thanks guys for joining us, and let us know in the comments what other roads you'd like us to check out and show. And yeah, that's all from us.
Yeah,
Until next time,
cheers everybody.
peace out.
Peace.